In the book Time Warrior, Steve Chandler talks about the idea that greatness in any endeavor, greatness in any field needs one specific thing. So when he writes a book, he's written multiple best-selling books. When Steve Chandler is writing a book, and when he tries to do it without a writing schedule, it becomes a nightmare and the book doesn't really get done right. And what he says is that most people run away from structures and systems because they want freedom. But as Chandler says, now quote this, paradoxically, the best creativity, the best work comes from working with the most structure you can possibly impose on yourself. So people think that creativity comes from freedom. But what Steve Chandler, a great author, he's saying is creativity, the best work, no matter what kind of work you're doing, if you are a knowledge worker of any kind, whether you're an entrepreneur, you're a writer, you're a freelancer, you are working in a corporation, you're an executive, you're a developer, it doesn't matter. Your best work comes from working with the most structure you can possibly impose on yourself. As Chandler says, anything you can do to schedule yourself increases your high quality work output. Anything you can do to schedule yourself, anything you can do to make sure you have schedules and structures and systems will increase your work output, but not only random work output, but high quality work output. So if you are a knowledge worker of any kind, creator, developer, entrepreneur, executive, you need to schedule yourself to do your best work, to create the most value in this world, in order for you to be the most successful. Because ultimately in life, the people who succeed are the ones who create the most value. And in order to create the most value, you need to schedule yourself, you need to schedule your work in order to increase your high quality, high work output. So here's a simple thing. If it's on your calendar and you have the power to follow through and you have the systems and accountability in place to follow through on your calendar, it will get done. So the simple thing is, show me your calendar and I will tell you how well you're doing in your business or career. Now, here is a little caveat. It's not just show me your calendar, but it's more like show me the calendar of what happened last week. That will tell you where your business is or what your career is. It's one thing to have a fancy calendar with everything streamlined and scheduled. It's another thing to follow through and stay true to that calendar. 99% of people will create a calendar and create a fancy system and not follow through. There's 1% of people who will actually follow through on their commitment on their calendar day in and day out, 365 days a year. Most people will just fail on it. They will create a structure. So show me your calendar and I will tell you how well you are doing in your business and your career. That's actually more of a past phenomenon in the sense that I want to see your past calendar and I want to see what you did in those times. Not just, oh, this is my ambition of a calendar and this is what I plan to do today. That doesn't really matter. What matters is show me the calendar of things you actually did last week. That's the real determinant of what's going to come out at the other end. That's the real determinant of your success. So the worst question to ask yourself during your workday is, what do I feel like doing in this moment? When you do that moment to moment to moment, you are being governed by your impulses. And that's when you will never get your highest quality work done. So your job is to identify your schedule, identify your commitments inside the schedule, and then work on your commitments without excuses day in and day out every single day. Now, unfortunately, most people just don't have the willpower to stay to it. They will do this for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days, and before they know it, they have fallen off the wagon. As Chandler says, the best question to ask is, what do I want to produce? And then to ask yourself, what structure would guarantee that I produce that work? And that's exactly why I created focusblocks.io. Focusblocks.io is designed to give you a structure and schedule for your most important work. How many of us know exactly what we should be doing to achieve our goals, but for some reason just don't end up doing those things? We have great ideas, but we get stuck in procrastination, overwhelm, and analysis paralysis, which leads to a lot of wasted time every single day. We feel scattered, disorganized, and all over the place. we lack structure and accountability, and have trouble following through on what we say we are going to do. And this pattern repeats itself every day, day in and day out. It doesn't have to be like this. Introducing Focus Blocks, the ultimate productivity tool for creators, entrepreneurs, and knowledge workers of every kind who use their brains to create value in this world. Using the proven science of live, real-time, human-to-human accountability, we can turbo boost your productivity within an hour. Here is how it works. First, identify the times when you intend to do your most important work, and then book 1 hour long live focus blocks from our calendar inside the members area. Second, simply show up for your live focus block. Every focus block is guided by a live trained focus guide and conducted over live Zoom video call with participants from around the world. We recommend you keep your camera on because it builds in an additional level of accountability, but if you want to keep the camera off, that's okay too. For the first few minutes, the focus guide will direct everyone to remove all distractions and ask everyone to make commitments on what they will be working on during the focus block. All done via chat or in small breakout rooms on Zoom. Now, your focus guide will officially start the focus block work session. Minimize your Zoom window and open your work window. With clear intention and commitment, you get to work on your most important task. Everyone on the call is on mute, so you don't hear a pin drop. Allow yourself to lose your sense of time and just immerse yourself in your work. The focus block work session usually lasts for 47 to 53 minutes, but you don't have to worry about keeping time because your guide keeps the time. And when the time is up, your focus guide will use soft sounds to let you know that the focus block work session is done. You report on your progress on Zoom via chat or in small breakout rooms. You celebrate your victories, and then your focus guide will guide you through some scientifically proven relaxation exercises and stretches before the focus block is done. Now, having accomplished your most important work for the day, you can now start another focus block right after, or you can go on with your day, your choice. The more focus blocks you do every day, the more goals you accomplish. So we recommend you do as many focus blocks as possible, and that's why we give you unlimited access to focus blocks. Your focus blocks become your cornerstone ritual, keeping you on track and shortening the gap between where you are and where you want to be. As a result of just showing up for focus blocks, you finally start doing the things you always knew you should be doing. With this newfound structure and clarity, you will accomplish more goals in less time and consistently stack wins by focusing on your highest impact activities. Don't go it alone anymore. Use focus blocks to get real-time human accountability and consistently turn your goals and dreams into concrete accomplishments you are proud of. Join Focus Blocks today.